It's a rainy Saturday morning. I think the rain's done passed. But it didn't rain too much. Didn't wash the dirt off the driveway. It's a worm. Don't look like it's cut though. I got home early yesterday and put the transmission in this thing. I didn't made any videos in a while because I've been real busy. Lots of people over and visitors and etc. etc. But I did have my cousin come over and he threw another transmission together for this. This had a TH350C lockup transmission in it, and the torque converter was shot, so we figured the cheapest method would be to put a turbo 350 in it, non-lockup, since we had one kicking around. So that's what we did. I just got to button up a few things, put the dipstick in it, and this brace from the transfer case, and probably something else I'm forgetting, and it should fire up and back out. I do need to throw my phone in the bushes because it keeps going off. I need to put new hinge pins on the door, clean the seat up a little bit. I think it's going to be an okay truck. It ain't perfect, but it's pretty decent. Alright, I'm going to get crack-a-lacking. Oh, another thing. One of my videos, the cold start one's got like, I don't know, almost 50,000 views. I can't figure out why. There's a few observations here. I can't figure out why that video gets so many views and some of my other much better ones do not. But anyway, but they're getting a lot of chastisement because I don't know what cold is. Well, there's a couple thoughts I have. One, if y'all watch me, you know I'm kind of tongue-in-cheek all the time, a little bit, using my own strange sense of humor. And secondly, I'm not interested in living in Canada or at the North Pole because it is so cold. I like it here. It's not that cold. So, sorry guys, I'm not moving to Canada so I can do a cold start. Had to send my daughter to town last night because the rebuild kit didn't come with one of these, and these are far superior to the O-ring. She said it took the guy 45 minutes to figure that one out. Ain't that always the way? And here's a bunch of extra parts. By the way, the transmission, I think I made a little clip of it tearing the transmission that was in the truck out. Turns out this big chunk was just a magnet laying in there. And I couldn't find anything wrong inside the transmission other than the input bearing. The pump, which I don't have right here, was very bad. And a couple clutch disc packs were shot. I think the torque converter had a major failure is what the problem was. So anyway, we put a regular turbo 350 in it, non-lockup. I hope it works out good. I think it will. I'm having all sorts of thoughts pop in my head this morning. Another one is some of these guys. If you're watching my channel, you're probably already watching these two, but you need to go check out George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. He's building a little hot rod with spare parts lying around. That's going to be pretty cool. And you got Chevaholic. He does some really cool stuff, but he thinks it's boring. I can't figure that out. Then you got Cutworm. He's a character. And Shut Your Face Garage. I'm going to be quiet around those guys, I guess. There's a bunch of good ones. Bunch of good ones up there. And then for some of you new subscribers, if you want to know what I think my favorite video is, it's the one with the 36 Ford bang up inspection, I think it's called. Now that's a funny video. Go check that one out. At least I think it's funny. Oh yeah, one more thing. I think we're gonna ditch that Edelbrock and put a Quadrajet on it. But first, let's get her running and tuned up. So you want something that'll cut these 79 knives quicker than a hacksaw?
Yes.
Alright, let me see what I can do.
After I clean off this mess on my bench again that I did not put here.
Mrs. Heavy Chevy is very proud of her latest purchase.
I am.
That cost her $25 and a hug to the old guy with a handlebar mustache at the flea market.
$23.50 and 2 hooks so they could get a picture.
Oh. But anyways, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But she wants to mount her grinder on her bench, which is about 2 by 4. And my counsel is that the bench is too small for a big grinder. Anyway, y'all tell her what you think. I can't do nothing with her.
Wait a minute. I work around all your junk on my bench all the time.
What junk? There ain't no junk in here.
My grinder is a useful tool in this area.
There ain't no junk in here. This is all assets.
I'm not saying junk is bad. I work with junk. I like junk.
Which is good for me. Sure you don't want that hacksaw?
Nope. Yeah. Oh, there's more. I'm good.
Sure are putting a hurting on my cutoff wheel.
Yeah, I'll make up for it later.
Let's see those hands.
This one's not dirty.
Alright, all Blondie has left to do is put some transmission fluid in it, and then we'll fire it up and see if it moves. What do you say to that, Blondie? Alright, mommy's gonna crank it up and see if it moves.
Back her out.
That's the reverse? Back it up a little bit. Alright, put it in neutral. Drive. Is it in drive? Reverse, neutral, drive. I think it's going to be okay. We'll double check the fluid and maybe take it for a ride. Got some annoying header leaks. Alright, let's see if this thing will shift. We just put some gas in it. Second. Third. Well, that's a good deal. So far it drives pretty good. Pretty good for a 305. Still a screamer, but the transmission works. I think it's gonna be okay. What do you say, girl? What do you say, Blondie?
I think it'll be good.
Alright, do you think this will get you back and forth to work?
Yeah.
Alright, let's take it home and fix the door hinge pins. So does Blondie like it?
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna fix the door hinge pin. Oh, here's the new addition to the family.
Jax.
Little yelping mutt.
Oh, he's good.
I hope so. Alright. We're gonna fix the door hinge pins. I noticed the transfer case is leaking a little bit where the tail shaft housing attaches to the transfer case. So I guess we'll have to fix that at some point. I ain't gonna do it today. We'll fix the door hinge pins and let her wash it up. And go from there. The motor seems to run pretty good. Ain't no powerhouse, but it'll be alright for Blondie. Now, if it was me, we'd have to have some horsepower.
Yep.
Alright, let's get crack-a-lacking again. Well, Mommy, now we got a big mess to clean up.
I guess. Isn't that how it always is?
Well, the blonde one's out riding up and down the street in her four-wheel drive Chevy truck. Hopefully she can handle it. She probably can.
Hope so.
Alright,
Only one way to find out.
let's clean up our mess. Well, I'm a little bummed she don't want the V-dub no more. But I'd a whole lot rather work on a Chevy truck than a V-dub for some reason.
Wouldn't have anything to do with being a Mr. Heavy Chevy, would it?
That's right, I'm not Mr. Heavy V-dub.
Right?
Alright. I'm gonna clean up my mess and then maybe we can get back after this 46 after a little bit. What do you imagine?
Imagine if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my grinder attached to this bench.
What are you gonna put on it next? The drill press?
No. But then I have everything right handy.
Okay. Look at all the crap I got to work on. Good grief. And a disco ball. I gotta fix the disco ball.
Yeah, we never got to use it.
That's right. The floor is getting cleaned up a little. What is she doing? She just asked me a question. It's like the first time in what, 10, 15 years I don't know the answer.
Really?
So we're gonna ask the advice of our viewers. Her little Sears Craftsman bench grinder says it's got a totally enclosed, which I understand, ball bearing, which I understand, split phase motor. I don't know what that is. I know there's a single phase and three phase. Maybe that means it's a two phase. I don't know. I imagine it's got something to do with starting the motor easier. But somebody tell me so I don't look like a fool in front of my wife. Doing some cleaning still. I could do it for weeks around here, but I found something, maybe I'll show you. I made this some time ago. I called it a parts cleaner. I don't know how good it works, but basically it's got a regulator on there and you just hook your air hose to it and I'll show you what happens. And it bubbles. Hey, I'm making a video here. It just bubbles and hopefully cleans the parts. Let's see how that worked out. What's this? Oh, Saginaw 4-speed side cover, which is not too clean.
I got a Saginaw 4-speed.
Huh?
It's a lamp.
Well, this is the side cover for it, probably. We ought to put that on it and rig it up so with a shifter for the switch for the light. That'd be cool.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I just now thought of it. And there's the air compressor. Well, hey, I missed that. She started jumping around hollering she was on fire. I'm on fire!
I couldn't tell where it was. I could smell it.
You're so cute when you're on fire. And I'm still cleaning. Well, her Sears and Roebuck 3rd horsepower bench grinder, totally enclosed ball bearing, split phase motor.
Works.
That's right. Hey, look, I found most of my workbench. Isn't this wonderful? Bad news, darling.
What's that?
The disco light is gonna have to go in the trash.
Uh-oh. What's wrong with it?
It's all broke. Piece of junk made in China. I could probably MacGyver something, but you know what? It ain't worth the trouble. Because I don't know any disco moves. Do you?
Take it pretend.
I suppose. She doesn't have much time to talk to me because she's busy. Here we are watching Heavy Chevy in her natural habitat. Oh my gosh. She's overrun with locusts or something. Maybe a little too much wire speed there, darling.
Yeah, seems like it.
Actually, the problem is, and I've never had this happen before, the wire is binding up on the spool. You can see there it's got it bent. Guess them fellers over in China got their wires crossed or something when they was lining that one up. Pull the trigger, see what happens. Pull it more. Don't weld with it. Do it again. What are you gonna do with your big stack of locusts?
Not locusts.
What are they?
Dragonflies.
Oh yeah. It's just lovely. I'm tired.
Me too.
You wanna quit?
I don't quit, but we're finished for the day.
Oh, okay. Well, let's finish for the day. Oh yeah, go ring the bell. And if you like these videos, please rate, comment, and subscribe. It keeps us making more. There goes a dog.
We live here.
Here's a dog that's angry that I'm at my own house. He just can't please everybody. I live here.
He hasn't figured that out in 2 years. Good boy. Good boy, Jaxie. What happened to Lacey? Where'd Lacey go?
She's making sure she done a good job of running that other dog off.
I know it.
Oh, here comes the whole crew. There's the watchdog. And there they go. Come here, Miles. Come here. Come here. You're getting to be an old rascal, ain't ya?
Mm-hmm. Come on, Jax. Come here. Come here, Jax.
Well, look, the gang's all here. Here comes the cat. This ought to be interesting. He ain't much of a dog. He didn't even attack the cat.
He's just a baby. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. He's doing good.
Alright, enough nonsense. Let's go.
Where is he, Jax? Not as comfortable as your bed, huh?
the Chevy?